Welcome to our very first episode of This Shit Is Hard here on my channel, and it's going to be all about the mental and emotional side that comes along with weight loss. We talk a lot about the physical symptoms and the side effects and the things that you have to do in order to lose weight, but what we don't talk about enough is the mental side of things and the things that really mess with our heads. And this series is going to just really deep dive into the things that I want to talk about, the things that will probably resonate with you. Unfortunately, I hope that they don't, because this is going to be the hard stuff. A part of weight loss that's not as fun, but is real. If this is the first time you are seeing this face, hi, I'm Nikki. I have lost over 90 pounds since my highest weight and 75 pounds using GLP1 medications. My highest weight was 277 pounds. I started GLP1 medications at 258, and now I'm 180 pounds. I am getting ridiculously close to that 100-pound down mark. In this video, we're going to talk about how when I first started these medications, I had no idea what the hell I was talking about. I started documenting my journey from day one. So back in March of 2023, I can go back and watch videos of me talking about GLP1 medications and talking about my journey. And when I watched those videos, I realized that I had no idea what the hell I was talking about. There was no information out there. There was a very tiny social media community that was talking about GLP-1 medications because there just was not very many people who were on it. Many of the people who were on it felt ashamed and they were not comfortable enough to come out and talk about it publicly. And thank God there was so many people that were brave enough to come out, talk about their experience, and now we know so much about GLP-1 medications. But back then, in 2023, I had no idea what I was talking about. There was no information. It was so overwhelming. I would just Google things and look everywhere, and then I would find very little. And I remember being scared and excited and all of the emotions of starting this journey, but I had nobody and nothing to help me. I remember feeling so alone, which is why I started social media in the first place, so that I wouldn't feel alone. But I want to tell you guys that I have been working my butt off on a 22 lesson course called Oh Shit, Let's Go, which goes over all of the things that you would need to know in your first 6 months on a GLP-1 medication. All of the things that I didn't know and all of the things that I completely went into blindly are in this course for you, and it just released. It is out, it is available, and I am so proud of this course because it is the only one available. It is the only thing like it. And I've used all of my years of teaching experience. I wrapped that up and I created a course about GLP-1 medications for anyone and everyone who is starting this journey so that you don't have to start the way I did. We're going to talk about it. Let's talk about how little I knew about GLP-1 medications. I actually wasn't even going to start a GLP-1 medication. I went into a weight loss clinic to get on their RM3 program, which I don't even know what the hell that is either. But that's what I went there to get on. And then they introduced me to semaglutide. They had semaglutide sublinguals back in 2023 when semaglutide sublinguals weren't even really a thing. They had semaglutide sublinguals. To this day, I don't even know really what the hell I was taking that first month. And I've just kind of put it in the back of my head and moved on from it because month 2, I started an injection, but I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea. So I signed on for these semaglutide sublinguals that I put under my tongue and probably weren't even the real thing. I am not even convinced it was the real thing to this day, but I don't know. And The thing is that if I had information, if I had known, I would have done so much more research to make sure that it was legit. And I would have made sure that I went to a telehealth company or to a company that I knew what they were doing. And that's what I didn't do. After starting GLP1 medications, I made videos where I would talk about the fact that like I didn't eat very much and I wasn't eating very much. And I remember being so freaking excited because I ate nothing. This is not good. Like, that is not healthy. To eat nothing is not healthy, and that is not the way that you should be losing weight on GLP-1 medications. It's just not. I remember thinking that it was the best thing in the world, that food noise was gone, and I am embarrassed by the videos that I put out. When I go back and watch them, I am so embarrassed because eating nothing is not something to be proud of. And then I was watching videos where I talked about the fact that I was exhausted and I was waking up fatigued and I felt like absolute crap. And today I know exactly why I was fatigued. I was not eating. My body was pissed off at me. I was not on any kind of supplement routine. I was literally like, I felt like I was doing everything right and I was doing everything wrong. Because when you first start a GLP-1 medication, there's so much information everywhere. It's overwhelming. And you take in all this information from all these different places and it's just a lot. And I still come across creators that are bragging about the fact that they ate nothing all day long. That is not something that we should be bragging about. Even if you have no appetite, even if you don't want to eat, you need to put something in your body. You have to eat. And this is something that 2 years ago, I would have celebrated not eating. How embarrassing is that? Like, that's embarrassing for me now because I know better now. But that's because I've been on this journey for 2 years. So those of you that are starting fresh, that are starting in 2025, you don't know better. You might start these medications and think that if you're not hungry, you're just not going to eat. And that's a win because the less calories you eat, the faster you're going to lose weight. And that's simply not the truth. You have to eat food or your body's metabolism will crash and you will hit the biggest stall that you will struggle so hard to get out of. And that's what I don't want for any of you. And that's why I created my course. That's why I put my heart and soul into recording 22 lessons all about starting a GLP-1 medication. Because this shit is hard. It's so hard. Losing weight in general, we know is hard. Losing weight on a GLP-1 medication is just as hard. And this is only the beginning of what I want to talk about in this series. Next week, I want to talk about a situation that I had this week where I looked at myself in a video and I saw a 250-pound woman. Even though in my mind, I know how much weight I've lost. There's a lot of mental hiccups that we go through during this journey. And I want you guys to comment down below and ask me questions and share your stories. And we can just relate to each other and we can support each other and be here for each other during all of this hard shit that's happening. I have no idea how this video is going to turn out. At the end of the day, I need you to know that even though it's hard, it is so freaking worth it because during this process, we will work on the mental side of things. And it's beyond worth it because staying 277 pounds would be a whole lot harder. A whole lot harder. Not losing weight is harder than losing weight. but that doesn't mean that losing weight is easy, and it never will be. Let me know what you thought about this first episode down in the comments. If you guys absolutely hate it, then maybe we won't do a series like this, but I like talking about just real life things, and that's what I want to reserve this for. So leave your questions down below, leave your situations down below, and then I can make a video on those as well and how I relate to them. And if you are brand new to GLP1 medications, if you are just now getting started or you're within the first few months and you feel a little stuck and you feel a little overwhelmed and you're spiraling, Oh Shit, Let's Go is out. It is available. I'm going to link it down below in my description and in my pinned comment. Go start this course. You will feel better right away. You are not alone. In the meantime, if you have not caught up on my weekly vlog and my weigh-in, I'm going to link that right here so that you can catch up on how my weight loss is going right now. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.